have lab downstairs. And our students, they work very hard to go through this program, even though the program is only a month long or a little bit less than a month. There's still a lot of work that goes into them completing the course, to being here on time, and also going out to the clinical side and working with real patients. So they have worked very hard, and they are actually batch number 54. What that means is since 2010, when our school opened here, we have had 54 groups of students that have graduated from this particular schedule, which is our weekday schedule, Monday through Friday. So if you can do a basic math, calculate 10 to 15 students per group, we got hundreds of students out in the community that are working as CNAs or home health aides. Some work as RNAs, different positions in healthcare field in this community. So, it does require a lot of dedication and a lot of hard work to get to this point, to the graduation day. And we do like to make it a special day for our students by having this ceremony. And then they still have a few other hurdles to come over. They have a state exam that is coming up in a few days. I believe on the 14th, right?
Those are the 17th.
The 17th for this group. So they still have, about 7 to 8 days to get ready for this state exam. And we do have review days scheduled for them. And if you're the parent or a family member that is assisting them, make sure they have the time that is necessary to prepare for this test. We do have review days scheduled already for them. So if you can allow them to come in and continue to study just like they have been studying for the past month, that would be wonderful. And that will ensure that they pass that state exam on the first try, and then they can start working in the field or go on to higher education, whatever the case may be. So without any further ado, I would like to start presenting our certificates. And I think you have already met our instructor. She has done a wonderful job with this group, and she'll be handing these certificates out to the students. The first student that will be getting her certificate of completion is Lisa Frankel.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Kara Clemens. Congratulations. Eunice Carvajal. Congratulations. Maria Armendariz. Congratulations. Then I have Nicole Stevens. Congratulations. Betty Edwards. Congratulations. Aina Carlos. Then we have Marilyn Scafani. Paisley Rice. Oh, congratulations. Zenobia Moro. Shanae. Then we have Gladys Urquiza.
No, it's 13.
Yeah. And then last but not least, Rosemary.
2015. Number 2.
As you can see, the students, class of 13 students, right? And I was thinking, 13 students, that's an unlucky number. But you know what? You guys have been great. I have been really, the whole program, in my eyes, went without a hitch. There's always going to be up and downs, okay? There's always unexpected things that happen in life and also in the clinical setting. I know things have happened, but, that's life, okay? And there's never been a group where something doesn't happen. There's always something that happens and it leaves that mark and say, okay, I will remember Miss Betty for But we can laugh about it today, okay? Now, the only thing that I would like to say is that when you're out there, you're representing the school and the school that you came from and the instructors that have taught you everything that you need to know to perform your job of best of your ability. Please make us proud by making sure that the patients are well taken care of and that you are that patient advocate. A lot of times I'm sure that you have seen these patients who are sometimes not able to verbalize and ask for what they really need. And a lot of times these patients, and if you put yourself in their position where they have to depend on somebody else and they have to, even for a glass of water, they got to call somebody to get that glass of water, the amount of stress and that inability to take care of yourself, sometimes, it could be, it's not an easy feeling for them. So as a CNA, you're the first line of defense. That's why I like to tell everybody that CNAs are the ones that keep our patients alive in nursing homes, because doctors, they'll see them how many times? Maybe once a month, if that. RNs, other nursing staff, they hardly walk in. They're busy charting and doing documentation. It's you guys that have the responsibility of, you know the patient, and one day you saw the patient, they were up and talking, and the next day they're just passed out in bed. There's something wrong. You're the one that is going to raise that alarm and say, hey, this patient needs help. So please keep that going. And, I can keep talking forever, but what I would like to say that is, I know Ruthie had a huge problem printing all these certificates out. She's like, how come everybody's getting a certificate? But we do like to recognize all of the students that have been here every day, and they will get a perfect attendance award. We'll start with that. But there are students also that are getting high academic achievement awards, and then clinical skills, how well they performed in the skills and how they did in the clinical setting. They'll also be getting those awards. So we're going to go ahead and hand those out. Would you like to hand out the perfect attendance awards?
Okay, Maria.
Maria.
You guys, everybody in this classroom, especially towards the end, came in on time every day. They didn't miss one day. I didn't have excuses. I didn't have doctor appointments. Even my 2 pregnant ones went out and got their paperwork so that they could stay in our class, stay in the clinical, and they was here every day. So that's one of the
And that's a very hard thing to do, to be here every day, and I thank every one of you for doing that.
Rosemary. Eunice. Stuck together. Sorry.
Congratulations.
Ina.
Wow.
Lisa.
You were going to get that.
Cara. Thank you. Cara. Gladys. Shanae. Zenobia. Paisley. And Marilyn.
And remember, when you put me down as a reference, I always pull your file. So when you go and apply for your jobs, put me down as a reference if you like, and I'll pull your file. And when I see these certificates in there, I always I give everybody a good reference regardless of if you got that perfect attendance award or not. But when I see that there, it just gives me confidence to say all the good things that I can say about you, okay? So, congratulations.
Thank you.
The next award is High Academic Achievement Award, and basically these awards are given out to the person who scored 100% on my final exam, and anyone who scored less than, or who missed less than 6, I believe it was, somewhere around here. But they turned in their homework, they did their modules, their workbooks were done, and so we only had one person in the class that had 100%. And let me find her certificate because she deserves to go first. She, on my 100-question exam, Miss Marilyn Stefani. All right, and next we have Miss Paisley. She's the only one in this workbook that took the time out to completely do crossword puzzles and find Rosemary, Kara, Lisa Renee Frankel, and Nicole Ann Stevens. Okay, and next we're going to have the Clinical Skill Excellence Award. And basically when I went through these awards, it was who I felt went out there and actually did their best at the clinical. Everybody did their best at the clinical. I had picked out a couple of team leaders that had experience in there to help us out, but we all worked as a team. We all went in there and did everything that we're supposed to do. Okay, but so these awards is for really everyone, but there are a couple of people that did stand out. Okay, Rosemary is Eunice. So, and you also get a card from the class that everyone signed and wanted to give to you.
Thank you.
Here you go, and you actually you get a card as well. Miss Betty Yvonne Edwards. Miss Lisa Frankel. Shanae Lynn. Zenobia Donna. Of course, Miss Marilyn. And then Miss Nicole Ann Stevens. And from the class to Miss Nicole and to Miss Shanae, we wanted to say congratulations to our This is the 2015 class for CNA, and they're going to be taking their test on the 17th, and I'm pretty sure that each and every one of them is going to pass.
And Mrs. Frankel from
From your class. Your second class. The best teacher ever.
Okay. So I have to look at it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, woo! Oh, so now I know what you guys are working on in that spare time. Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you guys very much, and this is a wonderful picture. Thank you very much.
Nice. Well, it goes to show how good of an instructor she is, and I really appreciate you guys, doing that for her. It makes me very proud to have you here.
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's right.
Like,
Basically, we're going to have a potluck downstairs. I do have to go and pick up the pieces, so I want you guys to mingle, have fun. There's cake, there's everything downstairs.
Speech.
Oh,
Speech.
Really?
yeah. Miss Betty has
They just threw me out here. I'm under the bus. Let me say this. We want to thank Mr. Bose and Dr. Farouk also, but most, well, I'm not taking nothing away from you, but you were a great instructor.
Alright.
I'm not going to take nothing away from you. You're a great instructor, and we really appreciate you and the patience you have with us and teaching us and working with us on everything. And I don't want to start crying, but
Don't start.
we really, really, really appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, guys.
Anybody else have any last words before we wrap this up?
Any last words, anyone?
No?
We just want to say thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm going to go and pick up the pizza and bring it back, and you guys can mingle and go downstairs and have fun. Show them your clinical area and have fun.
All right.
Thank you guys.
All right.